Torah portion 37, June 21st, 2025. It's entitled Shelach, Lacha, means you send. It's taken from Numbers 13 through 15. Haftarah is Joshua 2, verses 1 through 24. And the apostolic portion is taken from Matthew chapter 10, verses 1 through 14. Numbers 13. And Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Send men to spy out the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the children of Israel. Send one man from each tribe of their fathers, every one a leader among them. And by the command of Yehovah, Moshe sent them from the wilderness of Paran, all of them men who were heads of the children of Israel. And these were their names. From the tribe of Reuben, Shammua, son of Zakur. From the tribe of Shimon, Shaphat, son of Hori. From the tribe of Yehudah, Caleb, son of Yefuneh. From the tribe of Issachar, Yagal, son of Joseph. From the tribe of Ephraim, Hoshea, son of Nun. From the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, son of Raphu. From the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, son of Sodi. From the tribe of Joseph, from the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, son of Susi. From the tribe of Dan, Amiel, son of Gamali. From the tribe of Asher, Shathur, son of Machiel. From the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi, son of Wopshi. From the tribe of Gad, Geuel, son of Maki. These are the names of the men whom Moshe sent to spy out the land. And Moshe called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Yehoshua. And Moshe sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said to them, Go up here into the south, and go up to the mountains, and see what the land is like, and the people who dwell in it, whether strong or weak, whether few or many, and whether the land they dwell in is good or evil, whether the cities they inhabit are in camps or strongholds, and whether the land is rich or poor, and whether there are forests there or not. And you shall be strong, and bring some of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the season of the first fruits of grapes. So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Sin as far as Rehob, near the entrance of Hamath. And they went up through the south, and came to Hebron, and Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the descendants of Anak, were there. Now Hebron had been built 7 years before Soan in Mitzrayim. And they came to the Wadi Eshcol, and cut down from there a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bore it between two of them on a pole, also of the pomegranates and of the figs. That place was called the Wadi Eshcol, because of the cluster which the men of Israel cut down from there. And they returned from spying out of the land after 40 days. And they went and came to Moshe and Aharon and all the congregation of the children of Israel in the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh. And they brought back word to them and to all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they reported to him, and said, We went to the land where you sent us, and truly it flows with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. But the people who dwell in the land are strong, and the cities are walled, very great. And we saw the descendants of Anak there too. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, while the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea, and along the banks of the Jordan. And Caleb silenced the people before Moshe, and said, Let us go up at once and take possession, for we are certainly able to overcome it. But the men who had gone up with him said, We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they gave the children of Israel an evil report of the land which they had spied out, saying, The land through which we have gone as spies is a land eating up its inhabitants, and all the people who we saw in it are men of great size. And we saw there the Nephilim, sons of Anak of the Nephilim, and we were like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and so we were in their eyes. Numbers 14. Then all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel grumbled against Moshe and against Aharon. And all the congregation said to them, If only we had died in the land of Mitzrayim, or if only we had died in this wilderness. And why is Jehovah bringing us to this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and children should become a prey? Would it not be better for us to turn back to Mitzrayim? And they said to each other, Let us appoint a leader, and let us turn back to Mitzrayim. Then Moshe and Aharon fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel. And Yehoshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, who were among those who spied out the land, tore their garments. And they spoke to all the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, The land we passed through to spy out is an exceedingly good land. If Jehovah has delighted in us, then he shall bring us into this land and give it to us, a land which is flowing with milk and honey. Only do not rebel against Jehovah, nor fear the people of the land, for they are our bread. Their defense has turned away from them, and Jehovah is with us. Do not fear them. But all the congregation said to stone them with stones. Then the esteem of Jehovah appeared in the tent of meeting before all the children of Israel. And Jehovah said to Moshe, How long shall I be scorned by these people? And how long shall I not be trusted by them, with all the signs which I have done in their midst? Let me smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and make of you a nation greater and mightier than they. And Moshe said to Jehovah, Then the Mitzrites shall hear it, for by your power you brought these people up from their midst. And they shall say to the inhabitants of this land, They have heard that you, Jehovah, are in the midst of these people, that you, Jehovah, are seen eye to eye, and that your cloud stands above them, and you go before them in a column of cloud day by day, and in a column of fire by night. Now if you shall kill these people as one man, then the nations which have heard of your report shall speak, saying, Because Jehovah was not able to bring this people to the land which he swore to give them, therefore he killed them in the wilderness. And now, I pray, let the power of Jehovah be great, as you have spoken, saying, Jehovah is patient and of great kindness, forgiving crookedness and transgression, but by no means leaving unpunished, visiting the crookedness of the fathers on the children, to the third and fourth generation. Please forgive the crookedness of this people, according to the greatness of your kindness, as you have forgiven this people, from Mitzrayim even until now. And Jehovah said, I shall forgive, according to your word. But truly, as I live, and all the earth is filled with the esteem of Jehovah, for none of these men who have seen my esteem, and the signs which I did in Mitzrayim and in the wilderness, and have tried me now these 10 times, and have disobeyed my voice, shall see the land which I swore to their fathers, nor any of those who have scorned me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he has a different spirit in him, and has followed me completely, I shall bring into the land where he went, and his seed shall inherit it. Since the Amalekites and the Canaanites are dwelling in the valley, turn back tomorrow, and set out into the wilderness by the way of the Sea of Reeds. And Jehovah spoke to Moshe and to Aharon, saying, How long shall this evil congregation have this grumbling against me? I have heard the grumblings which the children of Israel are grumbling against me. Say to them, As I live, declares Jehovah, as you have spoken in my hearing, so I do to you. The carcasses of you who have grumbled against me are going to fall in this wilderness. All of you who were registered, according to your entire number, from 20 years old and above. None of you, except Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Yehoshua, son of Nun, shall enter the land which I swore I would make you dwell in. But your little ones, whom you said would become a prey, I shall bring in, and they shall know the land which you have rejected. But as for you, your carcasses are going to fall in this wilderness. And your sons shall be wanderers in the wilderness 40 years, and shall bear your whorings until your carcasses are consumed in the wilderness. According to the number of days in which you spied out the land, 40 days, a day for a year, a day for a year. You are to bear your crookednesses 40 years, and you shall know my breaking off. I am Jehovah. I have spoken. I shall do this to all evil congregation who are meeting against me. In this wilderness they are consumed, and there they die. And the men whom Moshe sent to spy out the land, who returned and made all the congregation grumble against him by bringing an evil report of the land. Even those men who brought the evil report about the land died by the plague before Jehovah. Of those men who went to spy out the land, only Yehoshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, remained alive. And when Moshe spoke these words to all the children of Israel, the people mourned greatly. And they rose up early in the morning and went up to the top of the mountain, saying, See, we have indeed sinned, but we shall go up to the place which Jehovah has spoken of. But Moshe said, Why do you now transgress the command of Jehovah, since it does not prosper? Do not go up, lest you be smitten by your enemies, for Jehovah is not in your midst. Because the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and you shall fall by the sword, because you have turned away from Jehovah. Jehovah is not with you. But they presumed to go up to the mountaintop, but neither the ark of the covenant of Jehovah nor Moshe left the camp. So the Amalekites and the Canaanites who dwelt in that mountain came down and smote them, and beat them down even to Hormah. Numbers 15. And Jehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When you have come into the land of your dwellings, which I am giving you, and you make an offering by fire to Jehovah, a burnt offering or a slaughtering, to accomplish a vow, or as a voluntary offering in your appointed times, to make a sweet fragrance to Jehovah from the herd or the flock, then he who brings near his offering to Jehovah shall bring near a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour, mixed with 1/4 of a hin of oil, and 1/4 of a hin of wine as a drink offering you prepare with the burnt offering or the slaughtering for each lamb. Or for a ram you prepare as a grain offering 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour, mixed with 1/3 of a hin of oil. And as a drink offering you bring 1/3 of a hin of wine as a sweet fragrance to Jehovah. And when you prepare a young bull as a burnt offering, or as a slaughtering to accomplish a vow, or as a peace offering to Yahovah. Then shall be brought with the young bull a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour, mixed with half a hin of oil. And bring as the drink offering half a hin of wine as an offering made by fire, a sweet fragrance to Yahovah. This is what is done for each young bull, for each ram, and for each lamb or young goat, according to the number that you prepare. So you do for each one according to their number. Let all who are native do so with them, in bringing near an offering made by fire, a sweet fragrance to Yahovah. And when a stranger sojourns with you, or whoever is among you throughout your generations, and would make an offering made by fire, a sweet fragrance to Yahovah, as you do, so he does. One law is for you of the assembly, and for the stranger who sojourns with you, a law forever throughout your generations. As you are, so is the stranger before Yahovah. One Torah and one right ruling is for you and for the stranger who sojourns with you. And Yahovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When you come into the land to which I bring you, then it shall be, when you eat of the bread of the land, that you present a contribution to Yahovah. Present a cake of the first of your dough as a contribution. As a contribution of the threshing floor you present it. Of the first of your dough you are to give to Yahovah a contribution throughout your generations. And when you sin by mistake, and do not do all these commands which Yahovah has spoken to Moshe, all that Yahovah has commanded you by the hand of Moshe, from the day Yahovah gave command and onward throughout your generations, then it shall be, if it is done by mistake, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall prepare one young bull as a burnt offering, as a sweet fragrance to Yahovah, with its grain offering and its drink offering, according to the right ruling, and one male goat as a sin offering. Then the priest shall make atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and it shall be forgiven them, for it was by mistake. And they shall bring their offering, an offering made by fire to Yahovah, and their sin offering before Yahovah, for their mistake. And it shall be forgiven all the congregation of the children of Israel, and the stranger who sojourns in their midst, because all the people did it by mistake. And if a being sins by mistake, then he shall bring a female goat a year old as a sin offering. And the priest shall make atonement for the being who strays by mistake, when he sins by mistake before Yahovah, to make atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him. For him who does whatever by mistake, there is one Torah, both for him who is a native among the children of Israel, and for the stranger who sojourns in their midst. But the being who does whatever defiantly, whether he is native or a stranger, he reviles Yahovah, and that being shall be cut off from among his people, because he has despised the word of Yahovah, and has broken his command. That being shall certainly be cut off. His crookedness is upon him. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering sticks on the Sabbath day. And those who found him gathering sticks brought him to Moshe and to Aharon, and to all the congregation. And they put him in under guard, because it had not been declared what should be done to him. And Yahovah said to Moshe, This man shall certainly be put to death. All the congregation stoning him with stones outside the camp. And all the congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him with stones. as Yehovah commanded Moshe, and he died. And Yehovah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and you shall say to them to make tzitziot on the corners of their garments throughout their generations, and to put a blue cord in the tzitzi of the corners. And it shall be to you for a tzitzit, and you shall see it, and shall remember all the commands of Yehovah, and shall do them, and not search after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you went whoring, so that you remember and shall do all my commands, and be set apart unto your Elohim. I am Yehovah, your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, to be your Elohim. I am Yehovah, your Elohim. Joshua 2. And Yehoshua, son of Nun, secretly sent out 2 men from Shittim to spy, saying, Go, see the land and Jericho. And they went, and came to the house of a woman, a whore, and her name was Rahab, and they lay down there. But it was reported to the sovereign of Jericho, saying, See, men from the children of Israel have come here to search out the land. And the sovereign of Jericho sent to Rahab, saying, Bring out the men who have come to you, who have entered your house, for they have come to search out all the land. But the woman had taken the 2 men and hid them. So she said, The men came to me, but I did not know where they were from. Then it came to be, as the gate was being shut, when it was dark, that the men went out. I did not know where the men went. Pursue them quickly, so that you overtake them. But she had brought them up to the roof and hidden them with the stalks of flax, which she laid out on the roof. And the men pursued them by the way to the Yarden, to the fords, and they shut the gate afterwards as soon as the pursuers had gone out. And before they lay down, she came up to them on the roof, and she said to the men, I know that Yehovah has given you the land, and that the fear of you has fallen on us, and that all the inhabitants of the land melt away because of you. For we have heard how Yehovah dried up the water of the Sea of Reeds for you, when you came out of Mitzrayim, and what you did to the 2 sovereigns of the Amorites, who were beyond the Yarden, Sihon and Og, whom you put under the ban. And when we heard, our hearts melted, and there was no spirit left in anyone because of you. For Yehovah, your Elohim, He is Elohim in the heavens above and on the earth beneath. And now, please, swear to me by Yehovah, since I have shown you kindness, that you also show kindness to my father's house, and shall give me a true token, and shall spare my father and my mother and my brothers and my sisters, and all that they have, and shall deliver our lives from death. And the men said to her, Our lives for yours. If you did not expose this matter of ours, then it shall be, when Yehovah has given us this land, that we shall treat you in kindness and truth. So she let them down by a rope through the window, for her house was on the city wall, and she dwelt on the wall. And she said to them, Go to the mountain, lest the pursuers come upon you. And you shall hide here 3 days, until the pursuers have returned, and afterwards go on your way. And the men said to her, We are released from this oath of yours, which you have made us swear, unless, when we come into the land, you bind this line of scarlet cord in your window, through which you let us down, and unless you bring your father and your mother and your brothers and all your father's household to your own home. And it shall be that anyone who goes outside the doors of your house into the street, his blood is on his own head, and we are innocent. And anyone who is with you in the house, his blood is on our head, if a hand is laid on them. And if you expose this matter of ours, then we shall be released from your oath which you made us swear. And she said, Let it be according to your words. And she sent them away, and they went. And she bound the scarlet cord in the window. So they left and came to the mountain, and stayed there 3 days, until the pursuers returned. And the pursuers sought them in all the way, but did not find them. Then the 2 men returned, and came down the mountain, and passed over. And they came to Yehoshua son of Nun, and related to him all that had befallen them. And they said to Yehoshua, Truly Jehovah has given all the land into our hands, and also all the inhabitants of the land have melted away because of us. Matthew 10, 1 through 14. And having called his 12 taught ones near, he gave them authority over unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal every disease and every bodily weakness. And these are the names of the 12 emissaries. First, Shimon, who is called Kepha, and Andrew his brother, Jacob, son of Zabdi, and Johanan his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Mattathias the tax collector, Jacob the son of Alphaeus, and Levi, whose last name was Taddai, Shimon the Canaanite, and Yehuda from Kerioth, whom also did deliver him up. Yeshua sent these 12 out, having commanded them, saying, Do not go into the way of the Gentiles, and do not enter a city of the Shomeronites, but rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, proclaim, saying, The reign of the heavens has drawn near. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out demons. You have received without paying, give without being paid. Do not acquire gold or silver or copper for your money belts, or a bag for the journey, or 2 undergarments, or sandals or staffs, for the worker is worthy of his food. And into whatever city or village you enter, ask who is worthy in it, and stay there until you leave. And as you enter a house, greet it. And if the house is worthy, let your peace come into it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whoever does not receive you, nor hear your words, when you leave that house or city, shake off the dust from your feet